Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today we're going to talk about basic rock guitar training and specifically lead alternate picking. That's a really important topic. I'll show you what we're going to talk about. And so on. We talk about building an automatism with your picking hand, which is called, it's a basic technique which is called alternate picking. Alternate picking. What is the core thing of alternate picking? It's something, well, it will not be forever completely like this, but at the beginning it's that, you know, you have the tempo of a song. I made a track really slow for you guys, that you have enough time to figure out everything without stress. You have the beat of the song, and when you shake it, meaning when you have an on beat, downbeat, your pick goes down, and when you have an off beat, 1 and 2 and 3, then you have an upstroke. So that's a concept which has to be trained, and the best is to start straight from the beginning, because most players at the beginning, they just do downstrokes and don't think so much about it, because you're struggling a lot just to get your fingers down on the fretboard. But you can save a lot of time when you start immediately with working on your picking technique of your right hand, or if you're lefty, of your left hand, and already start to work on this specific concept. So the first very important thing to know is that also figure out to find a comfortable position, you know, here on your guitar, that your hand is in a stable position and you have a minimum movement. You can make the movement as small as possible. So make down, up, down, up. Another thing, which is also probably comes later, there are two ways of doing down and up stroke, and there are techniques in between. You do it with the whole arm, down, up, or you do it like this. That means your arm or your hand doesn't move, you just move it like this. These are two, this is called circle pick. Both works, and you need to find out what works best for you. Best is later on to have a combination of both things, because each technique has its advantages and also its disadvantages. Circle pick works more precise for lower tempos, and the other one works for faster tempos, because from a certain speed on, it only works when you do the out of your arm, but at the moment we are not there at all. But already think about a position. That's the first thing. And then sync it when you have the tempo of a song. Tempo of the song. Sync it. Okay? So the first exercise you need to do, let's go to the close view now. Yeah, before we even start with the exercise, we first need to figure out the pattern which we're going to play. So the backing track is really slow, it's in E minor, so we're using the E minor pentatonics. That means we're here in the 12th fret, where the 2 points are, and this pattern goes like this. So that's the pattern which has to be learned, okay? Now, we're going to play it in different... First, of course, you need to have your left hand doing the pattern. Second thing you need to do, or you need to figure out, and that's what we're going to do now, is specifically the alternate picking technique. So, the first exercise would be, you play this pattern. Once you can play it, you play it in so-called quarter notes. And quarter notes, or when you go with the tempo of the song, these are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So these are the quarter notes when you count. And now try to figure out technique, you have your foot, you don't see my foot now, but I try to shake a bit, that you see it. Now you play 1, and in this case, you swing your hand with your foot, okay? So tack, tack, and you just play downstroke. So 1, 2, with the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, then try to find a comfortable position with your picking hand that you can have a proper technique here, that you can stay relaxed. And it's really important that you sync it with your foot. That's the concept of alternate picking. It helps you a lot to figure out where you are. So 1, 2, so then you try with the backing track. It's more fun. And so on. It looks quite simple, but there are so many things you need to figure out. First of all, you have to be synced with the music. Sync your foot with the music, then sync your hand with the foot, and then you're going to be precise as you can be. That's the whole concept. First comes you're listening to the music, then the foot, sync it with your hand, and then try to figure out to play all this. So you have 4 things at the same time which you need to control, and that's a lot, and that has to be trained. Good. Once you manage this exercise, now the harder part comes. Now we're going to play the upstrokes as well. So when you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Has to be synced with the foot, synced with the music. First you just try. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so. You should also be able to count while you play. That's really, I mean, it's annoying at the beginning probably, but if you learn it just from the beginning, then you don't need to learn it later on. You can do the whole thing just at once that it's done. Okay? So now we're going to play this pattern again, and we play it in 8 notes. So this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and all foot, sync, count, play the patterns. A lot of things you need to do at the same time and sing it to the music. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. It's quite cool. Once you manage to do this without having a lot of stress, then it gets a little bit more difficult. Now we play the 8 notes only on one note. Now we play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Same thing again. Sync it with the music. Foot 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so on. And you'll probably notice it already start to sound like something. Why? Because it's precise. And with pentatonics you can not go too wrong. I mean, it still sounds a bit like an exercise, but it doesn't sound so bad anymore because you're really precise. And that's the whole concept of these exercises and this training. Now we make it a little bit harder. Once you're able to count, now you play a quarter note to 8 notes, quarter note to 8 notes. That will be 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and... So mixing up the 2 timing singles, quarter notes and 8 notes, and see how far we can get. If you did the prior exercises properly, it should not be such a problem. If you cannot do the prior exercises, then probably here's going to be the point where you're going to get some problems. So let's do it. 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. So now we have one additional concept. We have the concept first, listen to the music. Number 1, sync with the foot. Number 2, sync with the hand. Number 3, play the pattern. Number 4, play quarter notes. Number 5, play 8 notes. Number 6, and mix it all up. Number 7. So we have a lot of things at the same time which are working now, and they have to get them under control. So once you could have done this exercise, now we do now a harder one. And now the concept of alternate picking starts to get obvious. Now we play 1, 2, and 3, 4, and so we make a quarter note, then we make a pause, and the next note will come an end. That means it's going to be an upstroke. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's probably now it's getting really hard, but if you've done the exercise before properly, it should not be such a big problem. Now same thing again, sync it with the music. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and so on. Now we're starting to really make music, because basically you just sum up a lot of different things. Now we make it even harder. For some reason it's easier when you can start on count 1, because it feels like there's the starting point. Now we don't start on 1, and we start on 1 and. So we start 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, and 2, 3, and 4. So see, even I made a mistake now. So that one is now probably the toughest one, but if you can able to do this one here, you're the master of alternate picking in the really basic rock guitar training. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So now it's turned upside down. Let's do it together with the backing track. 3, 4, 1. And so on. If you're able to do this one and you start mixing up with the prior exercises, then it already starts to sound like music. Yo guys, that was the basic rock guitar training, lead alternate picking. I cannot highlight enough how important this exercise is. It might seem a little bit too complex and too theoretical, but this, if you can do this stuff properly, it lays the foundation of your security in playing later on, because this is the basement and gives you stability in all your playing, you know. You see, I was just playing these figures now, well, with different material, but it was all extremely precise, because the foundation is as solid, is rock solid, and is trained, and that's basically the meaning of this exercise. I cannot highlight enough, and if you're really serious about getting into rock guitar, then I strongly recommend you do these exercises and don't take them too easy. They're really extremely useful. However, needed to speed up the whole tutorial to get finished with the tutorial in time. If it was too fast for you, you can download the tabs. It's available in Guitar Pro or PDF in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there. Please become a premium member in order to support the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the guitar community, and of course also in order to download the cool material, which is really useful. And the backing track, I made it really extra slow for you guys. that you don't get too stressed in these exercises and you can really proceed and really work out everything. You're done with the training when all these exercises can be done without getting into stress, and you're always centered and never you lose the contact to the beat of the tune, and then you're really ready to move on to more advanced exercises. Good, that's all me, Dr. Pinker, having to say. Please also subscribe to my channel. Please like and comment, blah, 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 blah. See you guys.